linear combination, then we have done with linearly independent, then spanning, and then now next is basis. Okay, so again we are going to try something onto the set of vectors. When can we say that the given set of a vector is basis? So what is the basic definition for a basis? It is, just a minute. Yeah, let me share my screen first. So all of you can see, right? My screen is visible to all. Can anyone confirm? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It is visible.
Okay. So now this is just a two-dimensional and three-dimensional coordinate system where the location of the point is given. You can see here PAB in the two-dimensional coordinate system, or if you have a non-rectangular, or if you have a non-rectangular but also in the three-dimensional space. So just a representation for 2D and 3D. Then vectors also can be represented like this. If you have two vectors, the sum of two vectors will be the diagonal of the parallelogram. If you have three vectors and all are in the positive side, then definitely the sum will lie in the first octant. So like that, the representation of vectors are given. Now, how can we define a basis? First, we'll do that and then we'll come to this definition where the graphical representation is given. It is said that informally stated vectors that specify the coordinate systems are called bases. Non-zero vectors of any length will satisfy that. So that can be the basis. That is just a general, very general definition. The main definition is here. And what this definition says that if in a vector space V, you have S, which is defined as a set of vectors. Okay, V1, V2, so on, Vn. It is defined as a set of vectors, V1, V2, so on, Vn. And it is a set of vectors in V, then S is called a basis for V if the following two conditions hold. S is linearly independent and S spans V. So if whatever the set is given to you, S is equal to V1, V2, so on, Vn, okay, and it is a set of vectors in V, this set should be linearly independent and it should span V. So when it comes to linearly independent, it means that uh, you have to check the condition C1 V1 plus C2 V2, the linear combination of these vectors, whatever you have in the S, should be equal to 0 only for Ci is equal to 0, only for coefficients equal to 0. Okay, then only it is linearly independent. And we saw the geometrical aspect also, how it is going to represent, right? I showed you that ijk. Okay, the another condition is spanning. For spanning, what I spans V. If you have one set which spans the another set, it means what, the set which is spanned by the previous set, in that you should have an element which which can be written as a linear combination of all elements in the S. Means we should have every element in V can be written as a linear combination of elements which are there in S. That is what the mathematically we represent for spanning set. Okay, so both the conditions when you will see geometry mathematically. I just open my board. I just see if it is there. Yeah, it is there. I should create PDF actually. I'll just see that it is. Yeah. Some pages are left. Yeah. Yeah. So the first condition, if I say that B is a basis, okay, or if I say not B is a basis, if I say S is a basis, we'll go according to the notations what is given in the set. S is a basis. So S is a basis means it should be linearly independent, LID, LID and spanning. So what it means, LID and spanning? LID is, it should be proved within the set. And spanning is the criteria which has to be proved that S spans V. Like this. So how do we prove it? It is like, when I say that C1, V1, C1, V1 represents just scalars, which you when multiply to the vectors and add all the vectors, it is going to give you 0. It's addition of all, it's giving you 0. Second is that when you're adding the vectors, the second spanning says, when you, people may get confused that why I'm taking only C1. It can be any constants. Just yeah, so the another condition is K1 V1 plus K2 V2 plus K3 V3. Why I am writing this? Because I am telling no that any vector. So here in one relation I can represent only one vector. Any vector in V can be represented as the linear combination of V1 to VR vectors. So this B is from V. You choose any vector. You can say that the given set spans the another set only if every element in the particular set can be written as linear combination of S. So you just see that what I can check here. I can just check that yeah, this is homogeneous and this is non-homogeneous. Correct? But the right side, left side, you can see the elements from S only. Okay. So I can write two conditions. This system will have a solution only if the rank of augmented matrix, whatever you have, rank of augmented matrix, in this case only it will appear, na? Rank of augmented matrix should be less than the rank of A, or if it is equal to also it's fine. It should be equal to the rank of A. And further there will be two conditions. It can be equal to R, it can be less than R. So in both the cases it will have a solution. It can be less than rank, it can be less than the number of unknowns, it can be more than the number of unknowns, right? But in this condition, when you have homogeneous, you will have only one condition. What is that? The rank of A should be equal to the number of unknowns, then it will have which solution? If it is equal to the number of unknowns, then what solution you will get? Trivial solution. So it should always have less than this. Rank should be less than the number of unknowns. Correct. So let us see this thing I just explained you. We are going to visualize these conditions, how we can club these two conditions in a single condition called determinant. So that I will just show you through a question. The first condition is you have a vector space V and S is a basis. You can say that S is a basis only if S is linearly independent and S spans V. So this is a unique representation. You can say that every element in V can be written as a linear combination of every element you can see here. Every vector in V can be represented as a linear combination of the S elements. Okay. Next is, yeah, that I will show you, but you remember the concept which we have discussed while discussing the definitions. This is also a very simple concept. 5.4 coordinates related to basis. So what is that coordinates related to basis? It is nothing but when you are writing linear combination, you are going to get some coefficients, no? C1, C2, all these. So this is nothing but the coordinates of the vector V relative to the basis S. So it means Vs is C1, C2, so on, Cn. Okay, so coordinate vectors depends not only on the basis S, but also on the order in which the basis vectors are written. So that is just a remark that also can be seen when we do. It is like you have to place in the same order. Vs is C1, C2, so on Cn. Okay, so the way you have written that V1, V2, so on Vn, the same way you should place the coordinates also, the coefficients also. Okay, so let us have a very simple example of ijk. This is what you have. Now I am telling that I have a vector in R3 and this is just a unit vector. In R3 means 3 components will come. So I will have, it's a unit vector, no? So first magnitude is taken as 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Now I have to check whether it is a basis or not for R3. So there are two conditions. When I am proving this, no, I have to show the two conditions. What are two conditions? First, that they should be linearly independent, which can be proved through this condition. Second, that they should be linearly independent along with you have to show that in every vector in a V can be written as a linear combination. Okay, so for that, just a minute. So for that, people are there or not? Are you able to hear?
Yes.
No doubts, nobody is asking anything, and we have planned for the test this weekend. I can check the strength first. What is the strength today in class? It is only 142. What is the reason? Strength should be good. Why it is so less? When 3 sections are clubbed, almost 40 students are not there. 40 to 70 students are not there.
Yes, sir.
Why? CR. Yes, even I am the advisor for, no, I am the advisor for CSE. Yes, CRs, can anyone confirm what is the reason? Do they have any presentation or anything? That cannot be done. That is not possible at all. Suddenly 70 students, 40 students are not there. It's not good. It's not good. When you are in the beginning or the first or second semester, you should be This bunking should happen when you are skilled. You know the things that is not related to you, fine. Or you know that, then fine. CRs, Manogna, Adi, Swati. And then some more CRs are there. Are they there? Are CRs are there or not?
Yes, ma'am, we are there.
What is the
there,
reason CRs? Adi is not there today, I think.
Ma'am, I'm there, ma'am.
I cannot see Adi.
Ma'am, my name starts with S, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Please identify. And this should not happen next.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell others also. Okay. So is this clear what we have discussed till now? Shall we go to the question? Okay, so what I was doing is I was telling that I have taken a question on IJK. It's a three-dimensional. I took I, J, and K. Okay. Then I have here I, J, K. Now, first let me check C1 into 100, C1 into 100 plus C2 into 10010, C2 into 0, 1, 0 plus C3 into 001, C3 into 0, 0, 1, it should be equated to 0. So when you will try simplifying this, what will you get? You will get all C1, C2, 0, right? C1, C2, C3, 0. Similarly, when you will try to write the another condition which has to be equated to B, so when you will equate to the components of B, B1, B2, B3, then C1, C2, C3 will come as what? B1, B2, B3 only. Am I right or not? Yes. So for first condition, if I want to write in the terms of determinant, it says you have to say determinant should be equal to 0 or should not be equal to 0. For trivial solution, the first condition should give me determinant of coefficient matrix, whether it should be equal to 0 or should not be equal to 0 for trivial solution. First condition, linearly independent when equated right side equal to 0. If I want to write in the terms of determinant, should it be equal to 0 or should not be equal to 0?
Should not be equal to 0.
Determinant should not be equal to 0, then the system will have a trivial solution.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What about next condition? In the next condition also, if I say determinant not equal to 0, not equal to 0, is that fine?
When it is non-trivial, ma'am.
No, in the second condition. In the second. Can it be written? Determinant of A should not be 0. So,
But it's very dependent, no, ma'am.
it may be 0, it may not. No, it should not be 0. You know why? Because we don't know the nature of D, no? We are talking in the terms of B1, B2, B3. So if determinant is not equal to 0, then it says that the rank will be equal and the system will have a solution. If you say determinant is equal to 0, then the possibility of no solution will appear. Because you don't know B1, B2, B3. Then what happens here, you know? Then we will say that for this, if only this relation in B's is equal to 0, then only this system will span, otherwise not. That condition will
Okay.
appear. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
So we'll see that now so many questions are there. So just one interpretation, one explanation I gave. So let us come back to this. Now you see, I have written first condition. I showed you that the CIs are 0. It is linearly independent. And also geometrically you can prove, because IJK means I is this side, J is here, K is here. So they are all linearly independent. Similarly, S also spans R3, correct? So how will you say that it is spanning R3? Because you just take one vector, equate that vector to the IJK. Okay, ABC just equate to the IJK. And when you are equating it to IJK, just see that all what you are getting here. You are getting all coefficients to be A, B and C. This is what you will get. You write C1 instead of ABC, you write C1, C2, C3. So when you will multiply C1 with first vector 1, 0, 0, you will get C1, comma 0, comma 0, 0, C2, 0, 0, 0, C3. And when you will add up all, you will get C1, C2, C3. When you will equate it to ABC, you are going to get C1 as A, C2 as B, C3 as C. So can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yes, power went. That's the reason I was checking. Okay, so now VS, you just see that all the coordinates are nothing but ABC only. So coordinates are nothing but the components of the vector. So this is the one example. I hope this is understood. And even this IJK, these are called as an standard basis in R3. And the reason is they are linearly independent. And the coordinates are nothing but the components of the vector. Coordinates are nothing but the components of the vector. Okay. Next is same concept for R3 now extended to Rn. So Rn you have here Rn, and just see that E1, E2, E3 they all have no n components. So you are going to prove that this is linearly independent. So again same concept. You are going to get n cross n matrix and determinant 100% will not be 0 because it's going to be the, can we say it's a diagonal matrix? So once you will prove or once you will put, then only you will be able to say the diagonal matrix and determinant is going to be 1 there. Next is that spanning. Spanning means take any entries from Rn. Take the entries from Rn. This is a vector and this vector can be written as a linear combination of E1, E2, En. So just write V as a V1, E1 plus V2, E2 plus so on Vn, En. When you write these vectors, you will be able to know that you'll come to know that the coefficients are nothing but the components of vectors. That is why here they have written the coordinates of vector V related to the basis S is nothing but this is the coordinates. Okay, so standard basis gives you the component of vectors only as a coordinates. Okay, so this is what is being given here as a result. Vector V and its coordinate vectors relative to the standard basis are same. Correct? So just got it? This is the third example, which is numerical type and little bit different from what we have discussed now. This example. So this example has V1, V2, V3 and S is a set. You are going to prove that it is a basis. Now I told you that I am going to club those two conditions for a basis in a single condition called determinant. So first condition, you have to prove that the set which is being claimed as an basis will, for that we have the linear combination to be 0. And second thing, we have proved that the set which we have as a basis must spans the another set. For that we have to take any vector from R3 and we have to write B1, B2, B3. Here what is written, this B1, B2, B3 as a linear combination of the V1, V2, V3. So that is what is being written. Okay, now this is going to give you the set of equation as C1 plus C2. All these are understood. Just we multiply, and every time as the number of steps are increasing further, the multiplication and vector addition has to be done in the standard form. So everybody knows how to add this C1 into 1 to 1. The statement which is written in the second step after B is equal to C1 V1 plus C2 V2. Everybody knows how to multiply C1 with 1, 2, 1. So every slot element should be multiplied, and then all the three vectors component wise should be added. So just multiply and add all. When you'll multiply and add all and equate also the components, you are going to get C1 plus 2C2 plus 3C3 equal to B1, 2C1 plus 9C2 plus 3C3 equal to B2, C1 plus 4C3 equal to B3. This is what we get. Okay, thus to show that S spans, we have to show that this system C1, C2, C3 must be having a solution. So let us see that how they have shown it. Yes, the next is the same condition, the same example is being continued. The next is that it should be linearly independent. It means right side should be equal to 0. Fourth equation you see. So we are going to get this equation only, right? With the right side only 0. So now the previous system what you have, see the left side is similar in both the cases. Only difference is in the right side. B1, B2, B3 is appearing, which is a non-zero component of a vectors, because we are not proving the condition for or the set is spanning for one case. We are proving it for all in general. So that is why we have taken B1, B2, B3. It is of any type. So when we went here, even here also the left side is similar to the previous condition of third left side, and the fifth left side is similar. Only difference is the right side. This left side of both these things are similar. So my coefficient matrix will be same for third and fifth. Okay, so clubbing the conditions to determinant and then checking that determinant is not 0. How it is being clubbed? It is being clubbed by, for fifth system, the system must have a trivial solution. C1, C2, C3 should be 0, and that is possible only if determinant is not equal to 0. Then only system will have a trivial solution. For the third case, the system should not have a no solution, and it should satisfy for all B1, B2, B3. It should not be for any specific choice of B1, B2, B3. That is the reason we are saying that the determinant here also should not be equal to 0. Because now Manogna actually has said that, ma'am, in this case we can have both the cases. We can have even determinant equal to 0 also, no problem. That is true, but in this case it is not feasible. Then you will get one restriction in the terms of B1, B2, B3. You will not be able to claim your result for all R3 elements. Then B1, B2, B3 should have some specific relation. Then only this will be the set. That is what I mean to say. I think Manogna would have understood. Manogna, is that clear what I want to say?
Can you repeat it again?
I was telling that you have asked, I think, that why to club in this case, in the case of third equation, the determinant of A equal to 0. You said that even if it is, I said not equal to 0. You said even if it is equal to 0, the system will have a solution. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
But determinant of A actually will give you the conditions for no solution or not. Do you agree with me?
Yes, ma'am.
If it is giving you the condition of no solution, for this system to have a solution, the last relation whatever you are getting, I think I have actually did this in the last class. Where I was telling you B1, B2, B3. This is 5.2. Yeah, this one. I have done somewhere, I just show that. Spanning must come now. This is dependent, independent. This equation I was explaining you. Yeah. Whether this set, just have a look here. V1, V2, V3, V4. This is the set of a vector. Whether it spans R3 or not. So we took the spanning condition is similar. We took the V vector, B vector from R3 and we wrote it as a linear combination. So B is from R3, so it must be having the combinations as B1, B2, B3, right? And write the vectors here. Three means just linear combinations. Put it in the matrix form. C1, C2, C3, C4 here. Okay. Then you just try solving the augmented matrix and the coefficient matrix. So when we tried solving, what we got, this is the augmented matrix, right? You implemented your Gauss elimination method and you are able to eliminate the last row. But coefficient matrix, last row we have, means determinant means what? Determinant, if it is equal to 0 means what? Rank will not be similar, right? That is how determinant and rank is related. So if you are getting the last row to be completely 0, but this side we are not getting 0, it means what? It means that whatever the vector you are choosing, you just see that whatever the vector you are choosing, I got this, all this side is 0 and this side is non-zero. Whatever I am choosing in that, B3 should be 4 times B2. Then only this can act as an basis, otherwise not. B3 should be, because this should be 0. Only then the system will be consistent and then only system will have a solution. So that is possible only if you will make a choice for a vector from R3 when B3 is equal to 4 times B2. Then only it is possible. Okay, so you cannot claim your result for complete R3. But yes, if this condition is satisfied, then it will span. So it is going to be the spanning set for some specific set of vectors in which B3 is 4 times B2. So it means that if B3 is 1, then B2 should be 4, like that. If B3 is 1, then B2 should be 4. So, B2 can be anything. B3 is 1, then B2 should be 4, sorry here. And B1 can be anything. It can be 1, 2, 0, anything. But B3 and B2 has a relation. So then only it can be the spanning set. So same thing I was explaining here also. That if you are able to get determinant 0, it means rank is not at all going to be 3. it can be 2, right? But what happens to the right side? Right side, you are going to get some relation between B1, B2, B3. So it means you can claim your result, but not for all R3. You can claim it for a specific set of vectors where B1, B2, B3 has some relations. So that is the reason both the 3 and the 5 is being merged as determinant of A equal to, it should be equal to non-zero. So if determinant is non-zero, then we can say that the given set is a basis. And how to obtain the determinant? You write the left side as a system of equations and their coefficients you keep in the matrix A. Same way what we are doing, 1, 2, 3, 2, 9, 3, and then check it, the determinant, you'll be able to get the answer. Is this clear or not?
Yes, ma'am, this is clear. Yeah.
Okay. So now let us see this question. S is a basis. Same question they are taking. What they are telling is, it is a basis for R3. Find the coordinate vector for V vector. You have to find out coordinates. Find the vector V in R3 whose coordinate vectors are known. So two things are known here. Can I write here? No. I have to go to the board only, right? Okay, so the first question is this bit. I want to find out the coordinate vectors, okay, and I am given with the previous vectors. The vectors are V1 is given to you as V1 is given to you as 1, 2, 1. V2 is given to you as 2, 9, 0. V3 is given to you as 3, 3, 4. Am I right? Whether you people wrote this or not? Is this correct or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Now I have to write the vector V. I have to find out coordinate vector for a V. So it means V vector, since it is a basis, we have proved that it is a basis because determinant is not equal to 0. So it means any element in R3 can be written as a linear combination, right? So I can write V as C1 V1 plus C2 V2 plus C3 V3 then I have to write here 5 minus 1 9 equal to C1 into 1 to 1 because any vector in the R3 can be written as linear combination, no? Now they are asking you to find out coordinates vector. Which coordinate I should take so that I will be able to write this specific vector 5 minus 1 9 as a linear combination of these vectors. So now you quickly all of you solve this and tell me the answer. This is going to give you a system of linear equations that is non-homogeneous. Quickly you solve and show me. Left side will be similar what you got in the previous. Right side will be 5 minus 1 9. Quickly you write. Huh?
Ma'am, those 1 to 1 290 they haven't mentioned, no, ma'am.
No, it is no. They are telling na here. S is a V1, V2, V3. It is a basis for R3 in the preceding example. It is mentioned. No?
We have to do the date for the right side one, ma'am. 121290.
Yeah, I have written this vector as a linear combination. Fine, Adi?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now I will write the system of equations. So what my system of equation will be? C1. First lot element will get added. 2C2.
3C3.
2C2 plus 3C3
is equal to 5.
equal to 5. Second is 2C1
Plus 9C2 plus
plus
3C.
9C2 plus 3C3 equal to -1. Similarly, last equation you write. It is C1 plus
4.
0C2 plus 4C3 equal to 9. Okay, and now I got the augmented matrix. So write your augmented matrix. 1, you write all steps. Augmented matrix A given B as whatever you are writing. Just I am writing because of the space like this. Because if I write augmented matrix, all matrix elements will go outside to the region where I will not be able to write anything. 1, 0, 4 and 9. Okay, now you implement. See that what, because they want you to find out C1, C2, C3, so you need not check whether it is a basis or not. You have to find out that values of C1, C2, C3. Implement your Gauss elimination method, get the value of C1, C2, C3 quickly. Solve the system of equation quickly. Are you people doing it or not?
Doing it now.
Okay. So this is the first bit. And for second bit, it's quite simple. This just you have to find out B1. This is the second bit. B1, B2, B3, which will be spanned by V1, V2, V3, and whose coordinates are given as -1, 3, 2. So C1 is given as -1, C2 is given as 3, and C3 is given as 2. And multiply -1 with 121, 3 with 290, and 2 with 22334. Multiply and add and just check what vectors you are getting. So what is that C1, C2, C3 you are getting? Can anyone update me? C1, C2, C3 we are getting as this. Are we getting this? This is your C1, C2, C3. And for the second bit, you substituted C1 value, C2 value, C3 value, multiplied all and vectors you added, you got this vector. So for this vector, -1, 3, 2, these are the coordinates. Okay. So please check this till 12th. We have done example number 4. It is in the same way with the book shared what we have shared. 5.4 example number 4 we have covered. Okay. So please check, and if you have any doubts you can ask me. And next is we'll do some more standard basis. We have 5 minutes left, right?
Ma'am, could you please explain the solution B, ma'am? Second one.
What are the
Solution B, could you please once explain?
solution will be?
Solution B once, can you explain? Solution A, we got it, ma'am. Solution B.
Solution I will explain you. You have to solve here just.
A we got, ma'am. B, ma'am. B.
B. Okay. B, na, they have not said anything. They have said, we'll go there. Previous slide. Yeah. Here also I wrote. What they are telling is that you have to find out the vector. Find the vector V when you know the spanning vector, which is v1, v2, v3. You know the spanning vector, along with you know the coordinates. So when you know the place of a vector where to keep, and when you know the place of a coordinates, you will be able to generate a vector, because I know that v is equal to any vector in v is written as v equal to c1 v1 plus c2 v2 plus c3 v3. I know c1, I know c1 c2 c3, I know v1 v2 v3. So when I substitute here, I will get what? The same thing what they shared. We get, just substitute minus 1 into v1 plus 3 into v2 plus 2 into v3. Then you substitute v1, v2, v3. Multiply and add together, you will get 11, 31 and 7. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then next is standard basis. Standard basis for polynomials, Pn. So here you have S as 1 x square comma x raised power n. It is a basis for a vector space Pn. Okay, and the polynomial is also given as a0 plus a1x plus an x raised to the power n. The set S is called the standard basis for Pn. When we can say that it is a standard basis for Pn? When the components itself is the element. So you have taken 1 comma x square, so on x raised power n, it is a basis. Now find the coordinate vectors of the polynomial p equal to a0 a1x plus a2x square. So polynomial, for polynomial you have to remember what is the standard basis. This is the standard basis. How many elements are there? N plus 1 elements are there in the basis. Okay. So find the coordinate vectors for this polynomial relative to this basis. So coordinate vector will be nothing but the coefficient itself. How? Because you take the standard basis, the relative to standard basis 1x x square, they said, na, just take the basis c1 into 1 plus c2 into x plus c3 into x square equal to, you equate it to a0 plus a1x plus a2x square. Okay, and the coordinates will be a0 comma a1 comma a2. These will be the coordinate. The coefficient itself will be the coordinate. Okay, so based on these exercises, just try till example number 5. Tomorrow we'll do example number 6, 7, and tomorrow we'll try to finish this basis. So your test is on Friday. It's fixed, and your portions for the vector spaces will be, test will be till basis. So I will try to finish basis completely. Okay, any other doubt? If you have, you can ask me.
Ma'am, up to 5.2 or only 5.1, ma'am, for quiz 1?
For quiz, it is complete previous thing. The system of equations and all, the very first day what we did, along with 5.1 and 5.2.
For PT, ma'am. I mean, for T1.
Huh?
For
For
periodical.
T1 complete chapter 5.1 to 5.4 plus
Yes.
your basics. Yeah, beginning we are not going to leave because we have to do the Viva for all.
I'm beginning in the sense matrix algebra, right?
Yeah, basics what we have done. I shared also, na Harshavardhan.
Yes, ma'am.
The very first thing we have shared, because Howard Enton, most of the concepts we have taken from the Howard Enton only. That's the reason I am not sharing. But even though I have shared, I think in the previous classes I have shared. So this I will share in the next class. I have to complete 5.34 because I saw after getting slides here now also strength is very less. That is not good. It is easy, but you should attend the explanation class also. Not that easy. It is easy, but you should attend the explanation class. Okay, thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.